Hello guys, this is Becca, and I wanted to share with you my coffee dyed papers that I love. This batch turned out awesome, but I used just copy paper and I let it dry on its own. I let it sit in the cookie sheet. You know, I showed you this black stuff came off my cookie sheet. It was kind of like some burnt on food or something that was on it, and it was sitting there, just sitting in the coffee, made it turn loose and get on my paper, which is fine. But this one was kind of dipped down and it was puddled here, and this one it just had puddles, just a few puddles in a few little places, which is fine too. I like it. But I just simply let this dry on its own. It's crispy. It's got the stains on it. I love it. It turned out so good. This is what I'll be doing for my junk journals from now on. There will be some junk mail, like the envelope, the plain envelopes that don't have personal addresses on it. You know, different things like that. I'll be using like the stiff cardboard junk mail that comes in, like for the base of something that I need to be more stiff. I'll cover that. There's different types of junk mail that I can still use, but like I told you yesterday in my video, I'm going to be selective because there's some things that just doesn't turn out right once you coffee dye them. They're just like the pages out of the Close to My Heart magazine. It's just too, it kind of like, once it gets wet, it just kind of like deteriorates, just disintegrates. It just leaves almost. So I'm going to be selective, but I still will be using junk that comes in the mail to help me out. But I love this technique. I love it. I have seen a lot of people do it, and like I said before, this is the first time I coffee dyed anything, and I just love it. It turned out awesome. So I'm excited about that. I told you in yesterday's video that I would share that with you when it dried. I also told you I would come back and share with you the ATC cards I made. You know, I took one of the stiff flyers that comes in the mail. On one side, I put a solid sheet of, if I'm not mistaken, there might have been one little space that wasn't the same background for the back side of the cards. Which this here, yes, there was a space that was not the same. Let me see, which ones is mainly the back side. Maybe that's the back side. That one's the back side. Okay, there was a couple of, 2 or 3 different ones for the back side that I used. But I did use bigger pieces of scrapbook paper to do the backs. So that's the back side of my ATC cards. So I used the heart paper, the orange polka dot, and then there was one corner that I still needed something, and I put this butterfly paper there. So then this here is the front side. This is where I just took bits and pieces. I just covered my whole big paper before I cut out the ATCs. And so this will show you how each front side looks. Will that come out where it's a solid one? And I will just add things to it to make up a card how I want to send it out. See, some of them cut out where it's more solid paper than just a bunch of different ones. But I really like the way they come out. I told you I would share them with you, so that's what I'm doing. I love this one. That'll make a good vintage one. And that's the last one. Alright, so that was my ATC cards that I made out of that junk mail. And some scrapbook papers. Then I want to share with you my planner. I worked on it this morning. And as y'all know, we're in what's it called? Shelter in. I couldn't think what it was called. The whole world is in shelter in right now. I'm trying to get this where you can see it. I hate it when it has that frame around my video. Okay. I'm going to try to do it that way. It'll probably move on its own. That's the best I can do with it. But, you know, we're all in shelter in, so there's not going to be a lot of going out and doing things, which I didn't do a lot of going out and doing things anyway. But there won't be going to, we won't be going to doctor's appointments or anything like that. Our doctor's appointments has been done over the phone so far. And as long as things stays where it's not an emergency, that's the way our doctor's appointments will be until all this is over. So, what I've got in my planner for this week, since there's no going anywhere, is just my laundry, the type of laundry I do each day. Y'all know how I do that. I got the pay bills on Monday. Then I have my chore list for each day. Sweep and water plants on Monday, mop and wash sheets on Tuesday, clean mirrors and bathroom on Wednesday, dust the house and clean out the fridge on Thursday, wipe down appliances and scrub the kitchen sink on Friday. Then I don't have any chores for Saturday or Sunday. This here is my birthday week. So Sunday is actually my birthday, so I've got my birthday right there. I got happy weekend. I put important, big day, celebrate. I have a cake, then I have birthday and another cake and some stars for Sunday. And then the rest of it, I just decorated it pretty. Across here is flowers. Then I do have some sayings here. It says, don't put off your happy life. Be beautiful. Happiness is an inside job, and that right there is so true. Happiness comes from inside. They can't, anyone else or anything else make you happy. Happiness has to come from inside. I love that saying. Then over here I have, never forget your own worth. Just go for it. And then I have my shopping list here as things that I see we need. I'll jot it down here to put on my grocery list. When we go get groceries, or when hubby goes and gets groceries for me, he's been doing that. I hadn't been out of the house. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. I have not been out of the house, except for to go, like, you know, just outside here in the yard. But I'm talking about outside of my yard. Been 3 weeks, excuse me. I'm loving it. It's not bothering me at all. I'm loving it. But anyway, this here is April 6th through 12th, and I wanted to share that with you. I think it turned out cute. I'm wanting to, since I've been doing these journals and all, I've been doing a lot of challenges on different Facebook groups. I want to get me a project planner. I don't know if I'm going to actually buy a planner or if I'm going to use a notebook that I have and fix it up as a planner. I haven't decided on that. I didn't want to put my projects on this planner because when all this is over, there'll be doctor's appointments and different things that will be, you know, put on my planner then. Plus, this stays on my kitchen table for the family to see. So, well, where I can walk by and see what chore I have planned for that day. And then when we was going to doctor's appointments, so Mama could walk by and see when her next doctor's appointment was and all that. But I like to keep this on the end of my table where we can all see what's going on for the week. So I don't want my projects on this one. I want one I can keep in here with me and plan which projects I'm going to do which day. And so I'm going to work on trying to figure out if I'm going to buy a planner or if I'm just going to make me one. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm hoping to do more videos since I'm into doing these journals. Maybe there's more things I'll have that I can share with you. I don't know. I just kind of got away from scrapbooking for right now. Hopefully it won't stay gone forever. I am doing like memory planning and things like that, like in my journals and in my memory planner. But as far as just scrapbooking, I'm not doing that right now. I've kind of really got into my planning and into the junk journals for right now. So I'll be sharing that with you as I get things done. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video. And I will talk with you all later. Have a safe and happy day. Bye.